Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them. Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in. I would have done it.
What we need to do is change the way in which people think about guns, especially young people. One thing that I think is clear with young people and with adults as well is that we just have to be repetitive about this. It's not enough to simply have a catchy ad on a Monday and then only do it every Monday. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
"96 people die every day from guns in our country, yet most representatives have no public stance on guns. And to that, we say no more."
I was born in Austria and I lived there 7 years under Hitler's brutal regime. How could a Christian nation elect a monster like Hitler? The truth is, at the beginning, Hitler didn't look like or talk like a monster at all. He talked like an American politician.
I support the Second Amendment, but for God's sake, President Trump, you control the House of Representatives, you control the Senate. How can we knowingly pass bills and laws that are in direct opposition to saving kids' lives?
Take action.
We need to take action. We need action. We must take action.
This is not cutting it. When politicians send their thoughts and prayers with no action, we say no more.
We also had gun registration. The government said the guns are very dangerous. Children are playing with guns, and we really have to have total control, safety.
We will take the big and we will take the small, but we will keep fighting. When they give us that inch, that bump stock ban, we will take a mile.
So we dutifully went to the police station and we registered our guns. Not long after, they said, no, it didn't help. The only way that we don't have accidents, you bring the guns to the police station, and if you don't do that, capital punishment.
We are not here for breadcrumbs, we are here for real change.
And to those politicians supported by the NRA that allow the continued slaughter of our children and our future, I say get your resumes ready. They'll try to separate us by religion, race, congressional district, and class. We will
We had a fire alarm earlier that day, and that was a drill, so we thought this was a drill too, just another one. Because we have a lot of fire alarms, a lot of fire drills at the school. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice. Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor... Sorry. Honestly, when I was going out, I was in shock. So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same, I believe in the same hallway as the shooter. One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't know he was going to live.
Why would you lie about how much coal you
like when you're an old ass parent, it's like, I don't know how to send an iMessage, and you're just like, give me the fucking phone, and you take it, and you're like, okay, let me handle it, and you get it done in 1 second. Sadly, that's what we have to do with our government, because our parents don't know how to use a fucking democracy, so we have to. So what's your message?
I really don't think there's anything you can say, but there shouldn't have to be, because if you looked around this closet and saw everyone just hiding together, you would know that this shouldn't be happening anymore, and that it doesn't deserve to happen to anyone, and that no amount of money should make it more easily accessible to get guns. And that's that.
This is Alex View. This recording was taken at 9:32, February 14th, 2018. Our first response was, that sounded a lot like a gunshot. And we close the door. We tell our teacher, she closes the door, and right after she does that, the fire alarm gets pulled. On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting. Awful, just god-awful events that have happened. And now is the time that we say, thank you for your prayers and condolences, but that is not enough. We're doing the same thing again.
That's student David Hogg ducking for cover as the St. Valentine's Day massacre was taking place. David has become an icon of the children's crusade, appearing on many TV shows. But today, he is the target of a nasty conspiracy theory. Social media is erupting with tens of thousands of claims that David and other outspoken students are so-called crisis actors.
The High Commissioner asks the following questions. How many more mass killings of school children, of co-workers, of African American churchgoers? How many more individual shootings of talented musicians like Christina Grimmie, who was shot last weekend, or politicians like Gabrielle Giffords, will it take before the United States adopts robust gun regulation? Why should any civilian anywhere be able to acquire an assault rifle or other high-powered weapons designed to kill lots of people? UN and regional human rights experts have long recommended that firearm control measures must include adequate background check systems, periodic review of licenses, clear gun removal policies when intervening in domestic violence, mandatory training, and the criminalization of illegal sale of firearms, among other measures.
Last night at the big CNN town hall event, there was a lot of raw emotion. One of the students who wanted to attend but didn't attend because he was upset that to him it seemed like his question was being scripted for him. He spoke out tonight on Tucker's show. I want to play it for you and get your reaction. Let's watch.
They had taken what I had wrote and what I had briefed on and talked about, and they actually wrote the question for me.
But not with your words. I mean, they put their own words into your question, even after they'd asked you to send questions in. But that seems dishonest.
It definitely did, and that's kind of why I didn't go last night. Originally, I had thought that it was going to be more of my own question and my own say, and then it turned out to be more of just a script. And she had actually said that over the phone, that I needed to stick to the script.
Ariana, what's your reaction to that? That CNN denies this, by the way, but they have a history of planting questions that Michelle Malkin and others have written about before in other events. But Colton Hobb, who gave that interview, was emphatic about his point.
Yes. Well, I think the whole point of the town hall meeting was to hear the kids and hear what we had to say. And for that to happen is inexcusable. Our voices need to be heard, and he should have been able to ask any question he had to ask. But instead, we have these networks that don't want us to give our real opinions, and they want us to further their own agendas.
Here's the individual running for the sheriff's department in North Carolina. This is Daryl Fisher. Here he is.
First off, I would like to see the age for purchase of any firearm raised to 21. I think that we should ban the sale of all high-capacity magazines, handguns, and long guns. I think that we need to ban the sale of any mechanism that will allow a firearm to fire in rapid succession. Any weapon that's designed for use by the military, I think we should ban. You've heard people say, you'll have to pry my gun from my cold dead hands. Okay. You've heard people say, you'll have to pry my gun from my cold dead hands. Okay.
Yeah, hashtag hunt Republicans. So that's the spirit in the air. They've always wanted our guns to have their political way with us. These are parasites, and they're idiot followers.